Welcome back, beautiful souls, to another video of Channel Your Light with me, Erin Chandler. Today I have messages for starseeds from the star system Andromeda, 6th density or 6th dimensional beings here on the planet at this time. You will know if this resonates for you based on this message. So there are a couple of origins of Andromeda in our soul tribe community, starseeds, that we bring down information for, but this message is playing on repeat. And as you know, if you've been watching my channel, when spirit is repeatedly sending the same message, it's go time. So it's go time. It's time to share it. There's more than one person that needs to hear it. I trust those divine nudgings, knowings. I trust the cosmos guiding me through this process to share the information that they wish to share. So they're showing me the rapid advancement of many beings on the earth plane. They're going to be in subsets of souls and come in waves and chunks. We talked about this in a previous video, that the waves of souls of volunteers is also in alignment with the waves of the eclipses, solar eclipses, the hybrid eclipses, and waves of souls being ready or awakened. So the message that is very important and very clear for Andromedans at this time is you must maintain your light and not have an issue with any of the darkness, the dark circumstances, the relationships, any of those things. Here's how you do that. When you maintain your frequency of light and you recognize that you don't have to go down here with all of these people at this frequency, you don't need to go in and fix everybody and save everything. I know you've probably been taught to do that, but it is safe to say and very important at this time for you to recognize it's important to hold your frequency of light. You do not need to go down into the frequency of other people to try and help them to raise their light. That's not how you are the most effective with your energy. You are the most effective when you maintain your frequency of light. Light as a feather. I'm hearing just a hop, skip, and a jump away, where you can just tread lightly, being in that frequency of your light and your knowing without feeling the need to drag around the balls and chains of everybody else that you want to take with you or that you want to help. You are of the greatest help, Andromedans. I'm being told very clearly again. This may flow through some of the other starseeds. Blue rays may resonate with this very clearly just because you will have soul ties with all of the different galactic systems and the different star beings from different planetary systems. The Planetary Commission is giving me a giant green light for Andromedans. You must float like the feather, be in your authentic light, and do not go down into the depths where the other people are struggling in the lower frequencies and vibrations to fix things or transmute things. You are less powerful when you do that. It drags you down. You are the most powerful when you maintain your frequency of light up here and allow things to just roll off of you. So as they roll off of you, there is an important piece of this message that needs to be understood. Dolores Cannon is stepping in here. She wants to speak on this. And her messages are this. As waves of volunteers, yes, you yearn for home. Yes, you wish to go back to your planet where you have already evolved. You have already mastered unconditional love. You have already mastered energy, how to move, how to shapeshift. And most of you speak telepathically on all of your home star system planets. Now, you're yearning for home because you look upon the earth planet and say, what the heck is going on, right? So this is why it's super important to maintain that frequency and light, because you are connected to home at all times. It's simply your awareness that you are. You can be on the earth plane in your body, and instead of yearning for home, every time you feel that longing, you simply connect in telepathically to your star family, to your star system. That's all you need to do. If you continually are going down here in this darkness trying to fix things for people and pulling the, I want to say dead weight, that word keeps coming up a lot. If you keep trying to pull the dead weight of the people who aren't willing to do the work or aren't willing to see or have other soul contracts where they must go on a different path or a different journey, you're not helping them and you're not helping you. So it's twofold. Your job is to maintain light as a feather, maintain your frequency of light, release all detachment. The moment that you maintain this, it's almost like the subset of souls that are around you or the circumstances that are around you, they eventually, some of them almost immediately, are going to recognize the moment your energy is no longer willing to come down and shovel the shit for them, Oh, I just swore. And shovel the shit for them. That's how it's coming out. So clearly somebody needs to hear it this way. The moment you stop doing it for them and you release the chains, they have a moment or an energetic understanding or opening of consciousness that says, hold on, I want to be at that frequency too, and she's not coming down anymore, so I need to do the work to match that frequency. And then they start moving up their own evolution. That is the most ideal way for you to do it. In this way, Andromedans, when you maintain your light frequency, it calls people to ascend their frequency up. If we're continually going down into the muck and into the circumstances and shoveling energetic crap for people and creating binding cords, accords, and attachments and transference, you actually are not as powerful because you're being inundated by other people's energy, which means they don't get to step into their most empowered self and raise their frequency. You must maintain this. Step lightly, light as a feather. If you follow your heart, you can hold space of your own frequency while they make their way up. You holding that frequency actually makes it easier for people to make their way up. Do not judge when somebody comes up or if somebody turns down the other way. Remember, all of us have different soul contracts and different paths. Some people are not supposed to increase their frequency at this time. There is something that they need to do, or someone else they have a soul contract with that they must work through. So it's not about judgment. If somebody decides that they're going to go the other way, let them. Remember, in the universe, there are so many different paths, and all paths lead home, which means it does not matter if you go down and shovel the crap for somebody else, or if you stay down in that area of darkness transmuting it. When somebody has a soul contract to do it their own way, they're going to go their own way. End of story, because that's part of their soul trajectory. A second thing happens when you maintain this frequency. You begin to naturally gravitate your resonance to people who are of that frequency, who align with you, who have done that piece. And then when all of you gather in that frequency, you just amplified it even brighter. So all these people down here that you stopped shoveling the crap for, they're literally even more drawn to do the work, unravel, unbind themselves, address any things in the consciousness that they haven't addressed before, or expand their consciousness. Because now that frequency you held, and all of the people that you have now connected with who are also at that frequency, they're now amplified. Remember 3 by 3, when 3 or more gather in my name. Star families are being drawn together, a magnetic pull. That's because the Earth's core electromagnetic field is changing. There is a hurricane coming. It is enormous. That is on the earthly plane, but also it begins in the energy first. So the other thing that I want to talk about this is the Earth's frequency is changing. The Schumann resonance will reach a level of 41. I do not know the date on that. I just know very clearly that that is coming. I do not know what that looks like. I trust that I will be given that information as it is needed in the correct divine timing. But the marker on it is Schumann resonance at 41. If it has not hit it already, it will. So it's important for you to recognize as these earth plane shifts are happening, Andromedans, it's highly, highly important that you maintain that assimilation of that high frequency and the light that you are, so that others can come and meet you up there. They can increase their vibration to meet you. Never allow something to pull you down. You were taught that. You were taught to go down and lower your vibration and dim your light to fix things and all this other jazz. No more, no more, no more. That's what I'm hearing. Maintain your frequency and know that everyone will make their way there as they need to. You maintaining the frequency is the thing that draws their vibration up, or gives them the encouragement, or opens their expansion, or expands their consciousness enough to recognize that they need to take a step in this direction. You don't have to be down in the in the dark doing it for them. The earth plane, I want to go back to this because there's a lot of information that I have coming through about the earth plane. Andromedans need to understand the relevance of their frequency at this time, particularly because Andromedas are 6 density beings. 6-dimensional beings are actually shaping and molding the people who are still in the unconscious state of the 3rd dimensional consciousness. We need you in your highest frequency because you are moving that collective consciousness by being in that frequency. Waveforms. So I want to talk about the earth plane and waveforms. If some of you didn't notice or hadn't been notified, the northern lights have shifted and changed. Now this is important. So the Schumann resonance, as it hits 41, the Earth's vibrational frequency and electromagnetic field is changing, which means the waveforms that we have experienced for thousands of years that are at a certain vibration or frequency, those waveforms are now shifting, changing, and moving, which means we have higher waveforms coming down from the 12th density and being anchored into the earth plane. The earth plane will continue to shift, my friend. I think I said before in one of my lives that equator shifting and the weather shifting in all the different places of the world. This hurricane, whatever it is, it will be significant. I'm seeing the eye of the storm. If you check out the northern lights, somebody shared a post in our community, one of our beautiful soul sisters shared some images from the northern lights from the April 11th and April the 12th, which there was an enormous influx of light on the 11th. So light frequencies that was filtered, I want to say moved through the grid lines or the DNA activations on the earth plane. I have Tesla here again. He's explaining to me if everything is, okay, I'm just going to listen, my friends. If everything is energy and everything is a frequency and the Earth's plane moves from, let's say, a 777 hertz to a 999 hertz, the waveforms that exist at the 111 and the 222 hertz that is far below the original 777, they can no longer be dominant on the earth plane nor the collective consciousness because the frequency of the earth plane has rise and the electromagnetic field is turning in a way that allows us to expand consciousness. Black holes are sudden expansions. They are part of the frequency in the Great Awakening. It is divinely timed in the galaxies and marked. I'm hearing it's marked. Time is an illusion, but we use time to mark. So in the galactic systems, that's why we have the Planetary Commission showing up, the Ashtar Command. That's why we have all these different light beings and star beings. Some are for us, some are not so great for us. Side note, that's another video. And in addition to that, it's Tesla saying, he's like, it's like the waveform has been changed, Erin. He's saying the waveforms have been changed in order to align with the higher frequency of the earth plane. Yes, things will change. Yes, things will move. Yes, that's all coming. Yes, that means that foundations that are currently in the earth plane consciousness will crumble. They have to crumble because they cannot sustain those low level waveforms when the Earth's frequency is at a higher frequency. So it's the same with us moving from a 3rd dimension, the new Earth, to the 5th dimension, okay? So if we think about it, the 3rd dimension, we're in the 3rd dimension, mastering space, which is mind, body, and spirit, us taking up physical space, our spirit, our energy, embodying a physical vessel, whether you choose to look at it as a hologram, whether you look at it as God's disciples, it doesn't matter how you actually look at it, they're technically all saying the same thing, just with different wording for different subsets of souls. We're in the 3rd dimension. We're mastering space, taking up physical space on an earth plane, on Mother Gaia, who is her own consciousness. However, there are some of you Andromedans who are deeply connected. You feel her shifts as she moves. You feel her waves as they roll. If you would like to, you can catch on my website. There's a divine channel that was just posted. What else is happening on the earth plane? Mother Gaia has shifted, says Tesla. Sacred geometry and the realigning, the patterning that's in everything he's saying, those are all frequencies, and different frequencies hold different numerical values. So if the earth plane is shifting, this means her numerical values are shifting along with the frequency, as has been written for all time that she would do this. All planets must evolve at a certain rate and a certain pace. And when a planet struggles to evolve or has or has forces that show up, dark forces that almost stop that evolution or delay it significantly, The divine steps in, my friend. Divine will is going to trump absolutely everything. Yes, you are chosen. So the chosen ones, the 144, as I said in a previous video, we look at it as a spiritual hierarchy, like those who are better than us and we should worship them. What we fail to recognize or understand is the DNA aspect of it, the biblical aspects of it, and the fact that 144 is 12 dimensions, 12 by 12. So 12 dimensions, if we are the one, the center of all creation, the Earth's electromagnetic field, and we have 12 apostles, 12 astrological houses, 12 is everywhere. There's a reason for it. So the 12 dimensions are significant no matter which way you look at it. So if we're looking at the third dimension and we are trying to, as 6-dimensional beings, evolve the third dimensional consciousness, they must master taking up space and the self. For those that aren't mastering it and are in the unawakened state of consciousness, the 6-dimensional beings, 6 density, andromedans, you are using your light and frequency to help shift the collective consciousness. Now, each of the star systems, regardless of the one that you resonate with or the one that you're from or you know is your home, each of you are playing a different role. I'm really getting strongly ARCTURIANS right now are playing a very, very heavy role, heavier than was anticipated. I'm being told that the architects are stepping in, and I also have here some Egyptian, the builders. I have, who is this? Thoth and Seth together. So this is interesting because normally they are juxtapositioned against each other, I believe. It depends on which aspect or which story you read, and some are not. Seth is a completely different entity than Thoth. However, both beings are here for the Great Awakening to help others. I'm also being shown the Ankh. So for those of you who resonate with that ancient Egyptian, whoever this is, messages for, you were there when the pyramids were built, but they were not built as man has told the story of. They lied completely. And that is because the story that was given maintains the status quo of staying in the box and doing things a certain way. For if mankind, those who are not evolved enough, had access to understanding this information too soon, they're saying, and I have other people saying it can't come soon enough, the realization that that is not at all how they were built, and we have the mastery of energy and frequency to be able to do those things. That is why they showed up. That's why the Emerald Tablets of Thoth talk about the children of light. They are high vibrational light frequencies. Those are the children of light who have the ability and have mastered or are mastering their ability to manipulate energy. But I don't want to say manipulate energy in a negative context because it's not used in that way by the children of light. So we're moving into that consciousness. This is what Thoth is saying. My children look outside of them, seeking information. They do not realize that the 144, the chosen, are the ones who chose. You are all chosen. Chosen ones actually chose to come, to be here, in order to tell you and show you that you are chosen. But so too must you choose. If you choose to follow a chosen one, but do not choose to choose yourself, well, by gosh, what a travesty I'm hearing. What a travesty. In addition, we are activating. You know when you come into contact with somebody who is a chosen one, but chose to be here, to stand, to reignite. You feel your energy is different. You feel aligned. You feel an opening or a lightening. Sometimes you will find a triggering. They will trigger your deepest wounds. Out of nowhere, blue rays. This is something you need to understand. Your energy will either heal or trigger. It doesn't matter which way you do because technically they're both healing triggers. When you are triggered, it's for healing. That's the whole point of a trigger. You can't trigger something if it's been healed. So don't view the triggers as something that is a punishment or projected at you. So blue rays, I want to tell you that this is an important aspect of the way that your energy works, because your energy is ray 1, which is the Christ consciousness, which is healing, because you have access to past, present, and future. The planetary alignments at this time means that you will be able to recognize or see what you did not see before. And it's neither good nor bad. It's freedom. It's allowing you to move up that step of ascension. See, I need to do this to get to this frequency. I need to do this to have peace. I need to do this to be love. You must be those things in and of yourself. That's what the rare hybrid eclipse is also bringing in as well. So I want to go back because Thoth wants to talk about the children of light and the 144,000. He says within your DNA, he's showing me the helix, within your DNA, your 144,000 original blueprint, the ability to master all things, to evolve at a rapid pace, to understand truth. My children, you all look outside of you looking for all of these things. You do not realize within you, we are uncovering your DNA as we speak so that you may remember all of consciousness resides in the DNA. DNA holds, it's almost like holding capacity data. It's in your DNA within you. That's your avatar already holds all of consciousness, including home. Andromedans, I'm being told you must go within to access this, particularly to maintain that frequency of light. Particularly those of you who feel like you're in amongst circumstances that you're just in where it is very dark, dense, and heavy. Your job is literally to be that light frequency. Let it roll off of you. Do not dive into the depths and be in the darkness. Andromedans, this is so key right now for you guys. This is what's coming through. Let me know if that resonates. Pop in the comments. Are you from that star system? Does this information resonate with you? Have you found that you are constantly going into the dark and lowering your frequencies, trying to ignite from there? Andromedans, I love you. Please maintain that light frequency as best that you can. Make sure you connect with other souls that you align with that are of that frequency, that understand you and get you, and it just simply lifts you up, it lifts them up, it lifts everybody up. You have to have that support when you're on a journey of truth and frequencies, particularly when you are in really dark, heavy circumstances that are surrounding your experiences. We need that light support system. Yes, we have our light teams. The Planetary Commission is giving a green light. Yes, you have entire star systems, legions of light, brotherhood of light, you name it. Yes, they are all supporting you on the energetic field. But remember, we're on the earth plane. We also need, at times, physical beings who are home to me, who feel like home to you, so that you can be supported in that physical, everyday aspect. Both are important. So if you need to seek out those people who align with you to connect with them, take the steps to do that. You need to maintain that frequency. You are so valuable. I don't even know that you recognize that you're valuable. Thoth wishes to speak one last time. He has one last thing to say about this. Andromedans hold very significant soul purposes. They stand as light bearers amongst they stand as the enlightened amongst the living. They stand as the embodied spirit amongst the spirit that has failed to embody in the physical form. It is a rarity to come across an Andromedan who is fully embodied and enlightened at that level. It is to be sacred and honored. You all are stepping into that, those who resonate with Andromeda, or you are already doing that. And I just want to say, amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. Just keep swimming is the song that's coming through on that. And I love that. The frequencies and the waveforms are shifting. So we need you to maintain that frequency rather than lowering your frequency to go down in. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. That's the song lyric that I am hearing with this. So big changes on the earth plane. We've already been seeing them happening. We're seeing them happen in consciousness. There's lots of people waking up, recognizing their origins. Andromedans, I feel really drawn to express my extreme gratitude for all that you have been on this journey, have been through, all that you have done, all of the races that have signed up to be here during this great awakening and consciousness and this massive shift on the earth plane. I cannot thank you enough for one day you will be able to see or go within and see within that consciousness all of those things that you are doing that you probably don't recognize. You help me tremendously by being here on the planet and shining your beautiful frequent light. You help yourself and you help all the people around you. Around the world, Around the world, you are helping them. So thank you so, so much for being you and doing your journey and holding that like frequency. Baby, I'm amazed by you. Amazing. We are all amazed by you in the spiritual realms and in the energetic realms and your star families. Now I hear my daughter singing, I believe I can fly. That's so funny. So in addition to this, the last piece that Thoth wishes to add in is the light that shines within you is the most powerful healer of healers. The light that shines within you comes from a star in far-off planetary systems. There are a handful of you on the planet at this time who hold a light that is so strong and resonant and brilliant that it is... there's somebody who is watching this channel who is very rare, just a stunning, astonishing being who is so rare. I keep hearing the word rare, rare diamond, a rare pearl, a rare frequency, a rare truth. All of you hold connections to this rare being, not to pull from them, but it's almost like they're showing me the rainbow eye now. It's like the rainbow eye is shining its eye down on the rare beings so that their trees may grow high above the earth plane and their roots may grow so deep that they envelope the electromagnetic field, igniting the ray frequencies that are coming online with that earth plane shift in frequency, the higher frequency. We are reconciling in the third dimension. We are currently reconciling the first dimension and the second dimension. So the singularity and the duality, that is a rough process. All of you may have noticed that, lived it, been in it, witnessing it, whatever that looks like. It is not done. So that's not to make you feel sad or whatever. The closer we get to all of these things shifting and moving means the closer we get to